Last Thursday night in Seattle, the action really got going in the 68th minute. That's when Seattle's Raul Ruidiaz scored to set into course a thrilling finish to regulation, extra time, and penalty kicks. But before that, the Timbers defense held strong despite a deluge of crosses. They weren't really threatened for the first hour or so of the match. In this month's X's and O's presented by Auric Solar, Ross Smith breaks down how the backline managed the match.
Given the circumstances, the opponents, the occasion, the defensive organization for the Timbers against Seattle, at times I thought was a masterclass piece. If we go back to midway through the first half, and we're going to start all the way from when Stefan Fry has a goal kick, I want you to look at three things from the Timbers. First, their line, their back line, their midfield line, and how it moves about. Even a yard here, 2 yards there, the layers between the two, right the way from the defense all the way to the top with Abobasi as the attacker. And then finally, the let go of players when they release from their positions to go close down. So we go all the way back to the goal kick. Stefan Fry decides to play out. And the Timbers, who are in the white kits, obviously, you can see they're looking to press. Seattle actually do a really good job to find their way out and to keep composed and have good quality. There's Flores. He's letting go from his position, but Alonso does a nice job to step around. Now they're getting into their recovery mode. Still, the left back, Nuhu, nowhere to go. Andy Polo forces him back. Now we're into the areas I'm asking about with the back line. Look at that line, nice and straight. Now, if you continue to watch with Liam Ridgewell, Mabiala, Villafania, Powell, they continue to move up and back. And the reason for it is to limit the space in front, limit the space behind, and to constantly move the strikers for Seattle. So there's your back line. There's your midfield line, making sure that you have your 2 fours. Right there, 2 sets of 4s, your departments, to make sure Seattle can't get through. So you look at that, that's your layers. Talk about with the space as well. You've got your layers in there, Abobasi, Valeri, they're all connected. So we'll watch this series. I'll let it play on a bit. And as the Timbers are looking to defend, as Seattle trying to find their way out, look how players are releasing. They're letting go from their position. There goes Char out there, putting a little bit of pressure. The Timbers are always comfortable. Seattle can't find their way through. This is just something so minor, but so important. Even Andy Polo, his position, he knew who, left-footed, naturally wants to get that crossing. So he overplays, so he makes sure that Nuhu can't get that crossing with his left foot. So he's playing him on this side, so he forces him back to his right. So there he wants to get the cross off, no space, has to recirculate. Again, the Timbers, they look comfortable. Pay attention again, the back line, the midfield line, they're moving up and back. The players for Seattle, they don't know what to do to get open. They're just moving, they're communicating the Timbers. Now when the cross goes in, a little bit of space for Seattle. Big clearance from Mabiala. Get the first, second from Chara. Villafania, height and distance. Get it out of the way, but now you need to get a hold of the ball. Abobasi, good flick on, the Timbers around. They make sure that they get round to support, and then they're out. From defense, now they're in the front half. Now they're comfortable, and they did it time and time again. I call this doing the ugly things well, but the Timbers, they're making it look a thing of beauty.